Okay, folks, this is your second problem that was assigned to you on adding information for your financial statements. This is where I asked you to do more than what was required in the problem. So as you'll see here on the heading, and this is very important, folks, and I'm very, very picky about your financial statements. These are the statements that you present out to the world, and you need to have them set up correctly. On your heading, notice that you have the name of the company. Okay. On the second line of the heading, you have what financial statement you are creating. On the third line, this is for the period of time that this financial statement is for. Okay. For this example that I'm showing you right now, this information is for a month. It could be for a quarter, it could be for a year. It depends upon what you're asked to provide. So in this case, this is a month's income statement, so it's for the month ended, and so this must be for the month of August. Now, one thing I do want everybody to do for your financial statements is include a year. I do not like that this book eliminates the years. Make sure you put a year. I don't care what year you use. Okay, here's 2075. Okay, 1843. You can also use 20XX. It doesn't matter. Just make sure you add a year. Okay, now we're going to label what it is we're doing. Income statement shows us our revenues and our expenses. We need a label for revenues, and then we need to name our revenue account. Now, unlike the information from your Chapter 1, they have your haircutting service revenue or your service fees revenue, whatever the name of the revenue is. They had it in this first column right here, and then they had total revenues and then put this amount in this column. Now again, we have imaginary columns here. Okay. This one that was in the back of your Chapter 1 right before the quick studies, this one is set up well except for the date. Revenues, we only have one revenue, so we put that total amount over in the imaginary right-hand column. Okay. If we had more than one more than one revenue, we would list those in the left-hand column, and then yes, we would definitely total them and put our total revenue in the right column. Then we're going to label all of our expenses, but first we need the expenses label. Notice on each one of our expenses, the word expense is included because these are account titles that you list. Okay. Since we have more than one expense, we're going to list those in the left-hand column. So our rent expense and our wages expense, we're going to draw a line, and on the very next line, we're going to put total expenses and move that total out so that it's up underneath our revenues. Then from there, revenues minus expenses will give us our net income or our net loss. So our revenues minus our expenses, because revenue is more, we actually have net income. Notice that we also have the placement of dollar signs. Dollar signs start each column, and dollar signs end when we find our answer. Also, when we find our answer, we want to double underline. Okay, so this is what your income statement should look like. I'll jump in and start on the statement of owner's equity in the next video.